All right, what's up, everyone? Today is August 22nd, 2017. Um, been busy. I just haven't made a recap video in over a week. And last week I was in New York trading with SMB Capital. Had a great time. Got a chance to trade with the guys and network and learn a couple more things just to make myself realize that I need to work a little bit harder. And as you can see, one of the things I picked off from them is actually write the notes on the chart. So that's what I did here instead of writing it on a paper. As you can see, my plan here was that the news they had plans to invest $150 million, blah blah. So there's a company, a bank in Singapore that wanted to invest money in this, quote unquote. But and you can interpret this as as Chris as needing some more money. So I yesterday had a big run up. I was looking for that retracement at least 50%, which it did, and I ended up going short. Let's see, we have it here. We went short on Chris. See by time. No, no. Hmm. Okay, hold on. By time, there we go. Chris at 13:35. So I went in here. I was already expecting the big push down. This wick, you can just tell there was a lot of sellers sitting up there. They sold this down. So I went in here at 13:35. Then about a minute later, once I noticed that it got a VWAP rejection, I ended up going for more size. So I added twice here. And once it came back to the $13 area, a point where I have a Fibonacci or some, not Fibonacci, but I think it was just a support. So I ended up covering here around 13.15, and I think when I was looking at this play, they must have slipped me because I think I was trailing this, and it was down here at 12.90 something. They must have slipped me here for about 20 cents, which sucks. But either way, it turns out to be a winning play. I left about 40 cents on the table, but that's part of trading. Let's go to the next one. I took about one, two, three, four trades, four plays today. DSW is the one that gave me a little bit of headache. It kind of pushed against me. I went in at right when it fell the open. I thought it was just going to completely flush down. It didn't do that. I went in at 1865. It pushed against me, and then once I saw they got rejected on the golden ratio, I added some more, and shout out to my boy Jeff because he pointed out that the 200 moving average was right above this, and I think I put a note of that too. Let's see. Yeah, right here. That's my note. 1979 was my 200 moving average, so I ended up adding here, gave me my average around 1880, and pushed against me, and I thought this time it was going to break out, but then as you notice, I drew this trend line, got rejected, and it was bouncing here at the opening. When it finally cracked, I covered down at almost at the bottom, which it was a good exit. Thanks to my boy Reggie and Billy for telling me to be patient on this one. So DSW here, and I cover at 1854. Plus, I got the 50% Fibonacci here with some support as well. So I took that's the other trade I took. Wuba, I want to talk about Wuba specifically because this shows, re-entry and consistency, or not consistency, but conviction. I ended up going with Wuba at 63.80, which is here. Then I re-added 63.68 once it was starting to fail. And then I covered by accident. I was supposed to take just partial here. I covered my full-size position at 63.58. Once I noticed that it was around here, it was bouncing around the VWAP, I went back for a re-entry. Pushed against me. I had my stop right above the opening, and since it couldn't get that, it just ended up flushing down, and I trailed it. And my exit was 62.81, and as you can see here, almost at the bottom, which it was a good exit because I ended up trailing. Once you have these big flushes, especially with a lot of earnings winner and a lot of support from the day before, you get things like this, and that's actually what ended up happening. So I ended up just trailing it, and it got me out 62.81. Good exit. Then the last one that I took was Foot Locker. Foot Locker, I took it with, after making one of my favorite patterns. I like to call this the waterfall pattern because it makes this big squeeze and it's just too vertical. and once you get pushes like this, vertical pushes, a lot of times you have a lot of retracement, and that's exactly what it did. So I ended up going here at I think it was 3278, 32. Let me see if I lock. Oh, 3271. So I went in there at 3271 and pushed against me, and it was making this scallop pattern, and I figured if it breaks above the high of the day, I'm just gonna get out. And I think I even had my stop loss there. I canceled it once I started seeing a lot of sellers coming in on the tape, and ended up flushing. 3246 was my final exit here around this area. So, thanks to my boy Billy and Reggie for telling me to stick with some plays. I ended up going for what is it, 5 for 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So, Foot Locker could have turned out to be a loser had I, stopped out here at the top, or even DSW, but I guess the golden ratio just held through, and now it's bouncing at the 50% retracement. But anyway, that is it. I had a good trading day today. Good to be back. Good to trade from home too. So I don't really get the chance to do this every day. Anyway, that's it. Talk to you guys later.